52. All right.
No, we going.
Hi. Hi, welcome to another episode of That's the Thing Accent Core Plus R. It is episode 0.62, and it is Friday, February the 26th.
I think so.
That sounds close enough. Listen, it's a lot easier to do that when it's a Wednesday to a Friday than a Monday to a Friday.
That's just how things go. You know
But
how it
that's
is.
fine.
Apparently, Elden Ring comes out today.
Huh?
I mean,
Today is in today, or today is in the
oh,
podcast day?
today is in Friday.
Oh.
I still don't.
I agree with your tweet.
Yeah, I need to see if PS4 version is not messed up. That's my big like if I see and they say it's fine or like it's at 30 frames per second or like the graphics aren't as sharp but the gameplay like if it just looks like Dark Souls 3 and it's fine, then I'll get it. But if it's like unplayable garbage, then it's like nah.
It's got some chugging. Um, so I've never played any of those games. I played a little bit of Bloodborne when it was like the free PS Plus game, and I mean very, very little bit of that game.
Hi Nolan. We're talking about Elden Ring.
Elden Ring. I am interested in playing Elden Ring, and I still kind of want to play Sekiro.
I think you would like Sekiro.
I think the parry is nice.
Yeah, It didn't be just because I don't enjoy it as much, but I didn't like Sekiro, so I kind of dropped it for a bit and just haven't picked it back up. It's still pretty okay because I got up to like Madame Butterfly or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, I kind of don't want to play this. I want to play other stuff.
It's also more narrative than the rest of those games, right?
Yeah, in the sense that like the story is told to you through story and not through like item description.
Yeah. And so like I still kind of really like there is still item description story in that game and like deeper connotations that you have to meditate on to put together.
Yeah.
I like that storytelling format. I don't know. I don't really like the Dark Souls aesthetic. It's kind of like a boring fantasy world.
I
at least
think
Elden Ring is kind of a more interesting.
I think it's sort of I think Dark Souls has the problem, say actually a similar problem to Dungeons and Dragons, where they show all the normal stuff up front and all the weird cool stuff is in the back. So like you're getting like here's a knight, here's a dragon, and then like well over here we got the wild stuff. And you don't get to see that till like a little later for either shock value, but then it's kind of like oh we can't show that because it's like you lose the shock value of going from medieval fantasy to like here's like a berserk monster or like.
But even then, I've like watched I've watched plenty of lore videos, and I still just think it's kind of boring.
Oh, I like it. I'm a fan. I like the I like it's a bit grungier. Or I don't know. I just always think of it like Dungeons and Dragons, where like a lot of the Dungeons and Dragon lore monsters that are interesting don't show up in like the material. They don't talk about the Ettercaps at all, which are like spider people that were druids, but they went too ham on being a spider, and it went real bad. Like, because apparently turning into spiders was like a no-no for druids, and that was because when you turn into an animal, you get like their instincts, and spiders are kind of cannibalistic. So they started turning into Man Spider from Spider-Man, and it was real bad. They're like, yo, I'm just eating humans and living in my web. What's the problem? And they're like, you can't do that as a human. That's a bug. But yeah, like Drew's eating lunch on his lunch hour, so he's probably either talking to someone or doing something. So he's muted, which is why I'm waiting to talk about the Capcom announcement that I stayed up for.
Sorry,
yeah.
I didn't
Oh,
mean to.
yeah.
I didn't mean to mute myself.
That's okay. We got to talk
Okay.
about the Capcom announcement.
Yo,
Like,
I'm actually
it's
excited
cool.
for the game pack.
Oh, yo, listen, I think everyone's like, yeah, that's the best thing.
Oh, the game pack looks neat. Like, I'm glad they're showing like Red Earth getting like a
Yeah. Warzard.
Warzard. You get like Super Puzzle Fighter.
I like that game. I played a decent chunk of that game.
I mean, it's like, yo, here's the weirdos. I kind of wish they would have thrown in like just Third Strike in addition, except instead of like a Street Fighter 2.
I don't know. That one's weird because it's also like 30th anniversary edition just came out like how long ago?
Yeah, but you can always just throw it in there. No one's gonna frown at like, oh, you gave me like another Third Strike instead of a Street Fighter 2.
It feels like they're like, well, we didn't have this finished at the time. I might as well throw it out with this pack since we're doing pretty much nothing but Dark Stalkers.
Yeah, we're getting like every version of Dark Stalkers.
Fuck, dude.
Wasting a slot.
I
Just
also-
put in like Vampire Savior 2 or whatever.
I feel like it's more so Sir accidentally copy and pasted Street Fighter 2 in when I was grabbing all the Darkstalkers. How big is it? Yeah, whatever, it'll fit. Just leave it
It's
in
like
there.
2 kilobytes. It's fine.
It's fine.
Once again, they put that in, but they didn't put in. Wait, did they have Marvel versus SNK in the 30th anniversary pack?
No,
You mean CVS?
Yeah.
No, they do not.
no, that's rights. That's why like Marvel or X-Men: Children of the Atom and stuff. Like
Yeah,
they
fuck,
have
dude.
problems.
I have to say though, with all the releases they're doing, they have to be making a release pack of all the Marvel games at some point.
Oh, of course. Like they just tell Disney or something, and they'll put it out with some like superhero show or whatever, and be like, "Here's the Marvel package. It's just all of them."
It'll be Children of
They
the
just talked about
Atom.
Oh yeah, whenever the X-Men movie
Marvel
comes out,
superheroes.
the Marvel
Yeah.
X-Men, they'll put all the X-Men fighting game collection out.
Yeah.
But okay, so
100%.
let's talk about the disappointment.
You mean Wide Ryu?
I'm okay with that.
Okay. Yeah, I have to say,
Oh no,
I like
great.
I like how Ryu looks. Luke, I'm fine with how his arms swell.
I don't
It's
like
weird.
that. I really don't
I
like
just-
it in like the hyper-realistic Resident Evil engine. He looks like he has the
I
T
see,
virus.
I do like it. Maybe he does.
I don't.
Maybe.
It's
Maybe
kind
that's what the T in Street stands for.
it's like
got-
how Luffy in cartoon form is great, but if he was like a hyper-realistic man, like,
Oh,
blowing
God,
into
yeah.
his arm and like inflating it, it's like I don't like this.
Yeah.
Biting
Oh,
into
you mean
his
the
bone?
Robin Williams Popeye movie?
Yeah, or he's like,
Yeah.
oh man, now you can see all his weird pores as his skin is stretching and getting huge. It's like, ugh.
Steaming.
No, thank
And, like,
you.
if they put like an effect over it or something with the steam and like no veins, I'd be like, okay, that'd probably look okay. But it's just like the way it just like pumps through his arm.
Oh.
Oh, I don't like it.
I
Straight
liked
up for
it.
a second, I saw hyper realistic Ryu. And I'm like, oh my gosh,
I like him.
this is Capcom. Finally,
Yeah.
for like a split second, I'm like, oh, there's Luke. Never mind, this is 6.
Well, like I knew Luke was gonna show up. Like,
Yeah, they
I-
told us he's the new protagonist or
okay,
whatever.
so this is my grand problem with the Capcom countdown, where like you have like the week-long countdown,
Yeah.
and it's in this Resident Evil engine like looking stuff, and
They're using the RE engine.
yeah, they're using the Resident Evil engine. So I mean, my hopes was for Dead Rising because that's the game with the countdown clock and like, oh, we're gonna get like the RE engine, good Dead Rising. That was my
Okay,
hope.
Kevin, I'm I'm okay. You're allowed to have hopes, but it was literally scheduled to end the same day as the finals of Capcom Pro Tour.
Yeah, well, like everything.
You
So
had two choices. You had Street Fighter or another Capcom fighting
So
game.
what happened
That
was
it.
my hopes were dashed upon realizing that, and then watching the stuff, and then afterwards they're like, "Well, we're gonna have a couple of announcements," and that actually made my hopes come back. Where I was like, "Oh, so we're gonna get like Street Fighter and something else? They're gonna do like a little mini Capcom tease," and then like the hopes were dashed. My problem was like all the build up for like Street Fighter 6 where am I crazy but with the whole idea whenever they showed Luke was basically saying Street Fighter 6 is coming and this is like one of the main characters when they announced him as DLC for Street Fighter 5.
No, they did.
No, they did. That was one of the things they said when like they announced Luke was this is like the Alex for Street Fighter 6.
So mentally, my brain was like, "That's not an announce." All I can think of is that I know that it had problems with Ono getting kicked out, but that game must be really far off if they don't even have like anything in game to show. Like the League of Legends fighting game showed like two characters doing a combo.
Did it? But also like I don't even think that was real. Because like that game has been so radically changed.
Oh, I know it's not like
it was so like I don't even think that was real. I
but
think they
at
had
least
that, but
it looked like a game. Like I don't even know what this is gonna be.
So,
I would rather
like,
fake concept gameplay than just like a 30-second CG trailer.
Okay, so two arguments against this. First being, do you not remember how long it took for like Street Fighter V footage to actually show up and everything?
I don't.
And like, do you not remember Chun-Li popping a V-trigger and just she was like Morrigan throwing fireballs in her original V-trigger they showed?
I do not remember.
It's Street Fighter. You know what Street Fighter is gonna look like. And spoiler, it's not gonna be good until Arcade Edition Street
It's gonna
Fighter
be Street
6.
Fighter 6 2.
Yeah.
I can't wait to play this game in 5 years when it's good.
Yeah, when it comes out as like the Street Fighter 6 complete collection.
Yeah. My guess is, like, obviously they announced it. This year is going to be Street Fighter V for the Capcom Pro Tour. So Street Fighter 6 is either going to launch the end of this year or the end of next year.
I think it's going to be next year. This thing still feels like... I get the feeling this is 2 years out.
I don't think it is.
Well,
I think it's...
Didn't they say they're going to show more during the summer or something?
Yeah, they said
summer
2022.
So I think, like, if we get, like, a match, then it may be, like, started next year. But if we do not... If we just get, like, a longer CG trailer, then I'm going to put it back 2 years. That's going to be my...
So, okay, you want to be real? You want to be real?
Yeah.
It's going to be slated for, like, December or January release this year and then get delayed until next year.
Okay,
until,
I can
like,
see
the
it.
end of...
I can see
until,
it.
like, some point in 2023.
I think the more information is they're going to show what Chun-Li looks like in the Resident Evil engine.
So,
I think
maybe they're going to do a Street Fighter 3 and Chun-Li won't be in it until Street Fighter 6 Third Strike.
Oh yeah, there we go. No, she's gonna be
And it's
in
just
it.
it's just gonna be Third Strike Chun-Li.
She's gonna
Just
be
literally the sprite. Everyone else is CG model. She is glorious 2 dimensions.
Maybe that's why the delay is because making Chun-Li in Resident Evil engine looks kind of weird. They're like, I don't know.
I don't think so, because like Ada's hot in RE2 make.
True, but does Ada have like the thighs though?
No, but I'm sure they've made someone who's like
They need
buff.
it. They need it. I need to see it. I want to see like Chun-Li with 2 T-virus legs. That's what
You want
I
to see the
need.
veins?
Yeah, just like through like the the tights where you can see like the weird veiny
Oh
part.
God,
So
guys, Zangief. Oh,
yeah,
Oh, Zangief is gonna look
I
great.
can't wait for that.
Zangief's gonna
Oh,
be
he's
great.
gonna look
Yeah,
fantastic.
they already have Mr. X and Nemesis to base.
Yeah,
on.
like he can be huge, and yeah,
Dude,
like
dude.
he's gonna
So-
Zangief's gonna look great.
So what do you think? Is it gonna be on PS4?
No,
You think it's gonna be PS5?
I think this. I think
Next gen only.
given the time for it, may even be like Xbox only. It depends if someone got like a exclusive funding deal to it or whatever. Like,
But so I feel like it's still gonna be on this generation, previous generation of consoles. I really do. I don't think it's gonna be purely next gen, purely current gen.
They haven't done a big switchover from like PS4 to PS5.
like that's
Yeah.
where
Thanks, COVID.
I'm feeling like we're getting there though. Like I'm feeling like we're starting to get to the point where it's like, all right, now we're on PS5, whatever the Xbox version is. I feel like
Series X.
yeah, the Game Pass machine.
The sex box. Yeah, the old sex box.
Yeah, the sex box. I already got a sex box. Her name is
360.
Sony.
The 362. Sonya, Kevin. Sonya.
Yeah. well, yeah, but it's just I don't know. It's like I saw the trailer and I'm like, okay, it's kind of weird because I knew this was gonna happen. I want another good Dead Rising game. I've been wanting one, and I don't think I'm gonna ever get one. But
Eventually.
yeah.
Listen, Capcom's doing a lot of stuff now.
They
And they're
have
bringing
been.
back a lot of,
I mean, they've been knocking it out
franchises.
of the park pretty much since like DMC 5.
Fucking goddamn it! Everyone's posting Dante with blonde hair. Like, wow, Ken looks great.
That'd be fine.
Yeah.
Yo, that'd be okay. I want to see like grungy bearded Ken too.
I just want Street Fighter 6 to be Street Fighter Third Strike.
I don't know what I want it to be.
I want it to be the new generation.
Like
Yeah, I do too. I like it when they make a totally new cast of characters.
I like that. I like that, but I also want Ryu there. Like if old man Ryu, because to me, like Ryu is the wandering warrior. Now he's old.
Yeah.
He's like, let me show you kids how it's done, and everyone else is new. That's to me, that's fine.
Street Fighter 3, it was just Ryu was returning, all right?
I think so.
Yeah.
And then they
And
added
then,
like
Third Strike, they added Ken and
Ken and
Chun and Akuma.
Yeah. No, you put Akuma's in Tekken now, so he can't be in Street Fighter. So you got to find someone.
He's off somewhere else.
Yeah.
What if it's Ryu versus Luke? Because Ryu's like, listen, I did all this training to get ready, but Luke's like, dog, I'm just using drugs. I don't care.
Oh, if Luke's gimmick is he's on drugs, then I'm in.
No, dude, he's like, fuck that shit. Why do I
Like
want to
if,
train? I
if
can
that's
get
why
strong
his
like this.
arm gets all weirdy and bulgy, is because he just drugs up. Now I'm I like it now. It's like, hey, old man, let me show you what we do. And his arm just grows.
Oh.
It's like Ryu's like, I had to like sit under a waterfall and tame the Dark Hado.
I had to pick up that boulder that was also
My
being
name-
picked up by another guy.
My name's Luke Drago.
Yeah. Oh, that'd actually be kind of cool though. You have Ryu looking for that answer.
So that, yeah.
Like make it a very small
"Here's the-"
scale. There's no Shadow Lu or like psychic whatever. It's just like Ryu, the weary world warrior, has to fight the new drug man. That's your story.
No, he goes up to Luke. He's like, Luke's like, this is the answer, and pulls out a needle and just sticks it in his butt. Wow. So
Ryu's just like,
powerful.
just having like an existential crisis because he keeps fighting. MMA has a real huge problem because like how do you regulate the fireball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yep.
it's like what does that count? Some guy just goes like a Hadouken at him, and it's like, oh, is that illegal? I mean, like he did it himself. What about
I
like
mean, it just means spirit punch. It's I don't see how that's not allowed.
like a
It's like,
Tatsumaki?
okay, well, no spirit punches. Okay, what about that chick over there that's shooting energy balls as well? That's different. Or what about that military guy that's throwing out sonic booms?
Well, yeah,
Well,
He's just moving his arms fast enough to break the sound barrier.
yeah,
Okay.
he's punching.
there's nothing magical about that, so it's fine.
Yeah. But nothing magical about Ryu. Anyone can throw a fireball in Street Fighter if you work at it.
Yep.
Oh, look, there's Rolento.
Yeah, well,
Well, he's
look,
gotta use
Rolento doesn't
grenades.
count. He has like a cane and grenades. You can't have grenades.
You gotta have his knife.
Yeah, like you gotta produce your own stuff, which means I guess Psycho Power is fine. Like,
Yeah.
Ibuki can't get into the ring.
yeah, Ibuki can't do that shit. You can't be throwing a kunai. That's not gonna work in MMA. Where someone's going, what's your skill? You throw like a knife at them and they're like, oh, that's a good.
And a bomb. Don't forget, she also has bombs.
Yeah, like a grenade, and then you're like, there we go. See, Viper comes in with like her jet boots and like shock gloves.
Shot gloves.
It's like, oh god, she's breaking the hold so easily.
No, remember, she has shot gloves and impact gloves.
Yeah,
That's
and that eye
that's gonna
laser
be the.
from Marvel. If you
Yep.
put that in there.
Yep.
There is going to be like an MMA stage.
Well, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, that's Luke's stage.
100%.
Luke's stage is going to be the octagon.
Yeah. The hexagon, Kevin.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
like
no,
it.
we're going back to a 3D fighter now.
No, I like it
Mhm.
because it's Street Fighter 6 and it's in like a hexagon. So then, like, his thing is the hexagon.
I really love that Scooby Doo design. I'm glad they're bringing
Yeah.
it back.
I don't.
But
I don't know.
the good thing is it has to have a better launch than Street Fighter V.
It
Yeah,
has to. It
Well,
can't
it's-
have the same launch.
it's also like I feel I'm at a very different place in my life than I was for Street Fighter 4, 5, and 5. Where I'm still sort of at the point where like, does it have good netcode? If it has good netcode, then it's okay. Then I'll consider it. Otherwise, it's just dead. Like if we get another Street Fighter 5 kind of where it's like it's good some of the time, then I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna play a game that's good some of the time.
Thankfully, like, I think it has to have rollback now. And I mean good rollback, because Street Fighter V also has rollback and it's just crap.
I think it's going to have good netcode because I think due to the development time and COVID, I think and seeing like Guilty Gear and shit, I think they've realized like the internet has to work. Like even in their own, it's like it just has to work. You can't have like sub mediocre. It has to be decent. That's like your number one priority in the current fighting game landscape. At least that's what I think. As someone who barely plays fighting games anymore,
Yeah.
and instead has been playing a lot of Lost Ark. Lost Ark's okay.
How?
I like Lost Ark. I feel like it's the spiritual sequel to Diablo 3. In ways of like how your skills are unlocked and kind of how it plays. It feels a lot to me like Diablo 3. The story is trash. Absolute trash. Like it is real bad. Like it feels like it honestly feels like it's mistranslated. But it's like, no, that's the story. And you're like, oh, this is not good. But it plays well. You get gear upgrades. I know eventually it turns into free-to-play nonsense. There's a lot of stuff.
Is it? Well, like who's making this?
it's a Korean company. I think I keep forgetting their name. It's being published in the West by Amazon, but basically all that means is like Amazon gave them money. Like how Microsoft, it's basically Amazon just kind of bought the rights to it and says, "Yep, this is one of our games. Cool, right?" And it's like,
Yeah.
which is honestly a better idea than them trying to make their own game and failing. Like, so they just go, "Hey, we take a game with that's already proven and we'll put our name on it." But
I don't think that's right. Yeah, it's Smilegate Tripod Studio. It's saying it's running in Unreal 3.
yeah, it works fine. It
Doesn't look right.
it looks good. Like graphically, it looks good. It plays well. Story is completely skippable. I know the grind gets bad. There's a lot of stuff I feel that's really old-fashioned about it that bothers me, and it bothers me more because it's a quote-unquote MMO. Like how all the classes are gender locked. So like if you want
Huh?
if yeah, every class is gender locked. You want to play like a warrior, you're a guy. You want to play a wizard, you're a girl. You want to play the demon lady who has like devil mode and it's cool, the one I picked, you got to be a girl and not just
Well, Kevin, you would pick a lady anyway.
no, well there's it's difference when like I'm forced to do it. And it's specifically when I'm forced to do it and I'm like stereotypical MMO sexy lady, because it's really awkward when my character is like trying to walk in cutscenes and is doing so like the sexy walk, and I'm like, oh come on, guys. Like if I choose to have my character look like a degenerate sex doll, that's one thing. But when it is thrust upon me, I don't like it. If that makes sense.
Well, see, no, that makes sense. But in my head now, I'm just seeing this character who looks and like has all the physical mannerisms of like stereotypical sexy girl, but then it's just Kevin's personality. So she's just like a hot, sexy goblin person.
Well,
She's
that's
like,
okay. I like that. But I just don't like, it's not like, it doesn't work as an MMO, but it's fine as like a game. I don't know.
Mhm.
I'm very conflicted, but I keep playing it like an hour or so a day. So I guess that's something. It's really scratching that Diablo 3 itch. I liked Diablo 3 a lot. And like, this is the closest thing I have to new Diablo 3. It's like when people play a bad Dark Souls game when they're waiting for the new one. And they're like, this is I know this is bad, but like listen, the Surge 2 is no Dark Souls 3, but it's decent and kinda works. My computer went to sleep. Please do not switch audio device.
Have you played Vampire Survivor?
I have not.
That seems like a game you would be playing. That's what Daigo immediately switched to playing after he lost his set.
Vampire Survivor.
Yeah.
I might be considering that.
Oh Jesus! Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. 100%.
Vampire Survivors.
Because I keep thinking every time I hear it, my brain first goes Vampire Savior, and I'm like,
that
no,
looks pretty
not
good.
that. The other thing.
I like what this looks like.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
This is the kind of game I would be playing.
Yeah.
Yo, can I just buy
So,
it? How
yeah.
much is this?
Immediately.
Damn it, I'm like 13
buy
cents
it.
short.
Oh,
Like my change is like whatever. I'll get it later. I'll get it whenever I buy a Steam game and have like $5 left over.
Oh, dude, it's like $3. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
so everybody be ready to watch the stream like Wednesday when Kevin's got Vampire Survivor going.
I mean, right now, well, the current plan for my streams is Lost Ark until it sucks, and then I'm gonna try out Path of Exile. It's just the other like free to play Diablo game. That's more like Diablo 2.
I hear better things about Path of Exile.
Path of Exile is like Diablo 2-2, whereas like Whereas like Lost Ark is like Diablo 3-2. To someone that'll make sense. Okay, I saw on the list, and I just want to make sure we keep moving. Yo, that Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie thing. I don't like that the voices are weird.
That looks so bad.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like I mean, people. So I've heard internet people tweeting at me like, "Oh, well, the Chip and Dale voices would be annoying for the entire time," and all I can say is they weren't in like the cartoon show for 30 minutes. Like, you can stretch that out to 90 minutes. Like, Rescue Rangers, you weren't like, man, these Chip and Dale Chipmunk voices are terrible. Or the Alvin and the Chipmunk movies or whatever. No one was like, well, I hated it because the Chipmunk voice. No. Make them sound right. Or at least put
something in there like, oh yeah, we had to change our voices.
It sounds so bad.
Yeah. Why did you buy me Vampire Saviors?
I didn't. I bought you Vampire Survivors.
Well, thank you, Drew.
Listen, I gotta do. I'm like a producer.
I could have bought it.
You gotta take care of your talent.
All right, I'll stream it. I'll stream it on Saturday. Okay, fine. That's what we're gonna be doing.
I feel like you can't do the 3D versus 2D if you're just doing 3D.
Yeah, like it's also like he doesn't.
You gotta Roger Rabbit it.
Yeah, like the quote unquote 2D Chip or is it Dale or Chip?
Dell, I think. Dell and
it's Chip.
Monterey.
Chip is the 2D.
Chip. Yeah, like
Chip's the 2D.
Okay, but he's not really
Chip
2D. He's just cell shaded.
Yeah, he's just a CG model that then they put crappy cell shading over.
Yeah, like you could. It's like that doesn't look good.
Can I bring up a weird point in that trailer?
Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Gadget at?
Okay, so my hope, and I don't think they're going to be this bold. Gadget should be in Russia with the Gadget Russia cult. She needs to be in Russia, surrounded by that Russian gadget cult. I want to find the picture.
But that takes a knowledge and understanding of the fandom that these creators just don't have.
Do you know about this, Nolan? Do you know about the Russian gadget cult? It's very important. It's people in Russia.
Is it Russia for sure or just Eastern Europe?
Oh, it's Russian.
Yeah.
According to the internet. They have tiki torches.
It better be like, oh yeah, Gadget just left to Russia for some reason. That's why she's not in the movie. Never do that, but that'd be fantastic.
I read this from the internet. Quote, Gadget Hackerich, or as the Russian interpretation, Gajika, is indeed a character we kind of worship, mainly because she is the prototype of a perfect woman. If you are a girl, look fine, and have half the features of G. Hackerich character has, e.g. mental features, mindset, willpower, team play, eagerness, valid reasoning, that kind of features. You'll be extremely popular among Russian men born in the late 80s to mid-2000s.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, no, that's
holy shit.
No, that's what it needs to be. Like they have to go to like Russia to get Gadget back, as he's like her man harem, because she is reviled as the perfect woman. I mean, they didn't show her in the trailers. You see like Monterey Jack, you see like the Fly. You don't see her.
Actually, that's what I'm like.
That's because she's in the snowy waste of Russia. If they're smart, that's what they'll do. And then I'll watch like that 2-minute clip on YouTube and say, well done. I'm not watching the rest of this though.
I just cannot stand their voices.
It's not even trying. It gives me fear of like
It's just here's John Mulaney.
Exactly.
It gives me worries about the Mario movie, where like Chip and Dale, that's what Mario and Luigi are gonna be. Like, hey Luigi.
Hey guys, it's me, Mario.
Oh man, I'm Luigi.
Wahoo.
I'm Charlie. I'm Luigi. It's gonna be just terrible.
Yeah.
Like your cartoon characters, it's okay to have the cartoon. They're not even trying. Like even if they like high pitched up the actor voices, just like high pitched them up, I would be like, I guess. Like I don't know. Don't like
I
it.
just hate the animation. Is like, wow, we have these actors. No, sorry, not we have. We got these actors, and by God, that's how people are gonna know they need to come see this movie. It's what Robin Williams tried to warn us against.
Yeah. Oh, that's the Illumination. That's how they do it. You get in your celebrity. Well, that was the DreamWorks where you just here's all celebrity, right, gang?
Illumination, I think, also is making by the same creators
Yeah, they're doing
as
the Mario movie.
Ernest and Celestine. Well, I think they're also making from the same director as Ernest and Celestine. He has a new movie coming from them.
Well, I guess it's like.
Wait, is that the bad guy one or is that DreamWorks?
That's DreamWorks.
Yeah, that's true.
It's DreamWorks. Okay.
That's all dreamy.
Ernest and Celestine is available to watch for free on Tubi with ads. I recommend that movie. Has a good look. Good little animated feature. It's in French, makes you feel a little cultured.
Ah, yeah. I watched something that didn't make me feel cultured, which was The Kingsman 3, The King's Man.
Oh shit!
That movie sucks.
I'm watching it this week.
Oh,
Good. I'm glad.
It sucks. It's like kind of the bad kind of sucks too, where it's boring.
Oh man, it's not the good kind of sucks like Gabriel.
Yeah, that's the good kind. Yeah, like that's good bad, where you're clapping at it. This movie was just like, it was confusing. It has like inherent plot problems, and I think we've talked about it. When your movie has taken you so out of it, you start seeing plot problems. It's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like structural flaws, kind of like minor spoiler, whatever. The King's Man, set during like World War One, and it's like the first part of the movie is them saying, well, we got to stop World War One, but then like because it's being historical, you know that the Kingsmen fail and World War One begins. So it's kind of like, it's like when you have like a real event or something, you're like, well, this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like
it's what things are always set as like stopping it now that it's going and not preventing it.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, but like part of the first thing is they're trying to stop World War One from beginning, and it's like, no, it's gonna happen. You're gonna mess that one up, Kingsman.
Most of the time with movies like that, it's like it's going to happen, but we got to stop this one thing so it doesn't get as worse.
Yeah,
is usually what I've been seeing.
Or like the shockingly good movie Overlord.
Oh fuck, Overlord's good.
Overlord's such a cool movie, aka Wolfenstein, the secret Wolfenstein movie. I love that movie.
That movie's great.
Because
I'll watch that movie anytime.
Yo, that movie's sick. Because it's a World War II movie and a sci-fi zombie movie at the same time. But like neither part is like alone isolated. So it's like, no, but this is still, you still gotta stop the AA guns though. I know there's like the zombie mutants, but the AA guns still a problem. You gotta stop them. Great movie. But yeah, I did not like Kingsman. Didn't like it. I think the Kingsman 1 rules. The rest of them are eh.
Yeah, it should have died. It should have died after 1.
Well, yeah, because it's kind of like, where else are they going to go? And I think that was their problem. Except it made a lot of money, so they tried to make it go somewhere. Thus is the thing.
Hollywood system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember,
Sometimes.
as they say, after Roman numeral 2, skip it. Just don't go.
Just don't go.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of like Hollywood bringing it back, Futurama returns
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
again.
No.
Why though?
I don't.
Better off dead. Again.
It was better off dead like the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like you can't make future. Honestly I think the time has passed. Like Futurama kind of came out at the perfect point where the future speculation was still like
Magical.
yeah. Or it's like what would like I feel like Futurama, if you wanted to make what the future, it's just not going to look good anymore. It's going to be like...
Like the new season where they had the iPhone episode and you're just groaning the whole time.
Yeah. What are they going to do? Like the metaverse episode? The NFT episode? It's part of the problem that real life has gotten too ridiculous that now you're just looking at it and you're going, okay, I guess that's fine, but it's what's really happening is where a guy on Twitter saying all his apes are stolen, like
yeah, and then someone saying, "Oh, that happened to me, but I talked to so and so and they got him back," and then he immediately falls for the second scam.
yeah.
Oh, that was
so good.
Are the crypto ones where the guy's like, I scammed you once, but this new one I'm doing, it's gonna be hit. So you just gotta go buy more crypto dinos.
Did you see where like what was it, like $200K or $2 million worth of crypto were stolen? Like NFTs were just stolen because they put it in a centralized authority and then got scammed.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Here's the problem. A week before that, like a couple, like a guy, a woman and her husband and his wife stole like $3 billion in like crypto tokens, just because of like some error. They're like, well, might as well take all this money.
Yeah.
Now
Sorry, it was $200 million worth of NFTs were
200 million.
stolen.
Good.
Ah, good.
Man, that's a lot of apes.
I also want to mention it because I tweeted it at you guys. The very
Oh, you're the
important,
Frankie Muniz.
the very important tweet about Frankie Muniz lamenting on the fact that Agent Cody Banks is now a fat guy.
Yep.
That his life peaked at age 16 and now his life is in shambles. And I'm like, that brought a sense of joy to me. And I feel like as people who've talked multiple times about Agent Cody Banks, it's one of those where like it felt targeted to my soul.
It's
Living
No,
the
he's probably-
dream.
he's like an old dad bod guy, but now he like works for the CIA and as a desk job.
As Frankie Muniz tweeted, aging Cody Banks.
Fuck, that one's so good.
I mean, now that's the kind of
I would
reboot-
watch it.
I would if you're wanting streaming services, give like current Frankie Muniz having to revise the role of Cody Banks, but just be this like fat guy, or just this old like tired balding man. Like, okay,
He's sitting at the bar drinking a beer. I saved the world twice once.
he still has to like the movie.
Yeah.
See, the movie should be written as if he were 16, but he's not. So they're like, you gotta go infiltrate the skate park. He's like, oh man.
Man.
Like, because it's just Hello Fellow Kids the movie. That would be my. And he's just like, oh man, you gotta get your silly string like spy gadget. He's just give me a gun. No. You have like
No, that means it has to end the same way as like the At World's End ends, where they just bring out a young, beautiful, attractive Cody Banks who will forever stay that way, and it's like, this is what you could be.
I'm okay
Is
with
this
that.
such a cruel fate? And then he teams up with 16-year-old robot Cody Banks to beat down the bad guys.
Yeah, and you can use the excuse that he's a robot for the weird CGI Frankie Muniz that it will inevitably be, and say like our hologram technology isn't quite there, so it's like a endoskeleton with like a crude like weird face on it. He only speaks in Malcolm in the Middle quotes, so he's just like he's talking in Malcolm, like cut badly.
No, like, if it follows the trend of Agent Cody Banks, it has to be because he fucking, like, was pumping himself up, lying to other people. They're like, oh shit, this dude's, like, the greatest. Let's get him. That being the whole plot of the movie is, like, he's like, yeah, I got a girlfriend, and I'm, like, really cool at doing stuff, and we make out all the time. Like, oh my god.
He's at
This
a
child
sleazy bar.
agent is the coolest ever. It's like, yeah, dude, I'm like pretty awesome. I'm pretty sure I like shot a guy from like 1,000 meters off, and
when I
like
was 16,
I just armed a nuke.
Yeah, I did a 6 snowboarding thing, and like fought spies.
No, so I like it. So now it's full circle where now he's sitting in the bar depressed telling the truth and no one believes
Yeah,
him.
that's what I mean. Like all of his antics are like legit and he can't handle it. No, and like that's his existential crisis where he's telling people like, no, I am a secret agent spy. I've saved the world 3 times and like the 6 out of 10 girl, like middle-aged lady kind of slubs him off and he goes, damn it.
Look, I have pictures of me shaking hands with the president. Ah, that's photoshopped.
But I did it.
Is that George Bush? Disgusting. And then just walks off.
Like, that's just Frankie Muniz and George Bush. Who are you?
No. Yeah, I love it.
Please, someone revive this.
That would be incredible.
God. Oh.
It's like Home Alone with current Macaulay Culkin. Where it's just like they're trying to invade this man's apartment. He has nothing. See, that's the kind of millennial this is the kind of millennial entertainment I crave. I don't want my heroes to be fantastical. I want them to be failures so I can see myself as them. It's like, oh, they're a failure.
The new Home Alone needs to be just Frankie Muniz at his house alone in his apartment, and that's it.
Maybe an art film called the guys, Home Alone.
Yeah, the guys break in and they're like, "Oh, this place is depressing. Never mind."
The wet bandits are like his
guy's
hopes and dreams. His wet bandits are like depression, and they're trying to get him, and he has to fight them back with a series of traps.
No, obviously the wet bandits. Merv is dead, and Harv is. Wait, no, sorry, scratch. Harv and. What are their names?
I think it's Merv and Harv or whatever.
Is it? Whatever. One of them's dead and the other one's an alcoholic. And so, like, when he busts in, they just wind up talking for, like, 30 minutes to an hour about life and where things went wrong.
Oh, it's such like an artsy movie.
All the concussions they got. Oh, they're like punch drunk from all the head wounds they've taken. Oh.
No one would give me a job with a criminal record. And it's just I lost my health care, my teeth. You know, I couldn't handle it. Sometimes I get dizzy spells.
Oh, God.
mean, when they say what happened, you go, well, I lost a fight with a kid who threw a paint can at me, and that doesn't give you any respect in the joint.
I
The
saw my
world
best
went
friend get
done.
shot to death.
It just turns into like the
world-
Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, the world went and got itself in a big damn hurry.
Oh man. Yeah,
I try to keep up, but I don't think the manager likes me very much.
see, that's the kind of entertainment millennials crave. We want our old See, they think we just want our old childhood franchises rebooted so we can live the nostalgia. But in reality, what we want is our old childhood franchises rebooted to feel even older and more depressed. That's the ennui.
Yep. That's where the money is.
Oh,
That's the hashtag relatable. Dude, that's all I had. I got to talk about Lost Ark. I got to talk about Chip and Dale, Street Fighter.
Drew?
Yeah.
Did you have anything you want to go through?
Not really. I could briefly say I finally started not watching the current season of Letterkenny, but the one before that, what starts
Are
with
you
them
on
beating
season
up
10?
Dirk. Is that where they
Yeah.
beat up Dirk?
Yeah,
And then they have the
okay, I
brunch
shit you not.
episode?
Yeah, I'm on episode 3.
Okay, so I'm watching the current season of Letterkenny.
Damn.
And I
yes.
just don't like
Okay.
this season.
I think it has fallen. I am not a super huge fan of current Letterkenny, and I think it's because I think they're working on Shorzy. Like it kind of feels phoned in.
Yeah, it feels like just going through the motions and like trying to do. For a while, it felt like they were trying to do forced things that like didn't happen organically in the last one, but at least happened with like a touch of subtlety. And now it's just like, to be fair. Oh, they said to be fair again. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, like it feels like I'm getting Letterkenny gags and bits with no context. That's what the current season feels like, and I'm not. Which I think I think the Shorzy show will do better because you have different characters. I mean, you'll still have Shorzy as like your through line, but you're gonna have different emotional stakes and stuff that you can build new things on.
But like honestly, I'm probably gonna stop. I probably won't keep watching.
It really kind of reminds me of late season Seinfeld, where like they ran out of organic ideas and it just got stupid. It's like,
I really thought you were gonna say late season. What's the old show you were watching?
I'm watching Leave It to Beaver.
No, with Gilligan.
Oh, Dobie Gillis. Dobie Gillis also had that problem. It had that problem a lot. Where it just ran out of ideas. Oh, they like completely run out of ideas in like season 3, and then it just starts turning into bad Looney Tunes. Because they're just like, what if Maynard switched brains with a monkey, and that's an episode? And then they had another episode where Maynard switched brains with a robot, and then became like he knew he knew popular songs, which was an excuse to just have like whoever was a musical artist come in and sing a song for like 5 minutes of the episode because they didn't have to write it. And they did.
Kevin,
I got you.
These sounds like they came into their own in the late season.
Oh, it's terrible. It's basically
no, it's like late season Family Matters.
It kind of
okay. I think all these shows kind of like hit that same.
Well, because they
we're running out of stuff.
Most sitcoms can go for, I would say, 3 to 4 seasons, but because they're popular, they usually go double that. But they only have enough material for 3 to 4 seasons. But then it's like, no, the spice must flow.
So sometimes you get like that season 5 that's really good because the writers have had to dig really deep and they found something.
But that only means that season 6, 7, 8, and 9 are going to be dire.
Yeah.
The Urkel must flow.
Yeah.
On the minds of... I can't remember the planet.
Did I do that?
No, that's the throat singing guy.
Arrakis.
It's like, yeah, Arrakis. It's like, they're like worshiping him. We're in
All right.
this-
Well, days.
What?
I gotta go. So
Okay, later
days.
days
From me.
we end with like Urkel throat singing. That's fine. Bye.
Or-